Hi.
Hi, are you sure this course is just for 2499?
Yes, and you know this is the only course with this expertise across the world.
No way!
Yes way. Don't delay. Enroll now.
Geeks learning together.
Hi.
Hi, are you sure you can prepare for product based companies through this course?
Yes, sitting at home?
No way!
Yes way. Don't delay. Enroll now.
Geeks learning together.
Yes.
Hey, what do you mean by a self paced course?
Well, the course material is available in the form of video lectures. And there are multiple practice problems that come along as well. So, you can access all of it anywhere, anytime. And they are available to you for lifetime.
No way!
Oh, yes way. Don't delay and enroll now.
Geeks learning together.
Hi everyone, welcome to today's session of Dynamic Programming Series. This is our day 7th and I am very pleased to see you all here. So before we get started, can I please have a quick confirmation if my voice is clearly audible? And also if my screen is clearly visible. All right, thank you Rishit for the confirmation. Let's just wait for a couple more minutes so that rest of our friends also join. And then after that, we shall be getting started with our today's session. And today we are going to discuss about stock-based problems. Okay, so before discussing about the concepts that we are going to cover in today's session, let me just quickly have a brief recapitulation of what we did in our previous sessions. So firstly, we had discussion about knapsack-based problems. And then we solved some questions that were based on knapsack. And then after that, we had LCS based problems. We discussed about longest common subsequence, longest common substring, and then we solved the questions that are based on LCS. And then next we had a practice session where we solved few questions that were based on DP concept. All right, and right now we are going to discuss stock based problems. So this has been our timeline till now. All right. So that is all that we have covered till now. And today we are going to cover stock based problems. Okay. So basically, we will be doing two questions in today's session that are based on this stock concept. And in tomorrow's session, we will be doing another two questions. All right. So that will cover 4 types of stock span problems. All right, guys. So that is all that we are going to cover. And all right, guys. So I think we are good to start. So all of those participants who are currently present in the session can please quickly give +1 in the chat so that we can get to know that how many people we have currently. I request you all to please give a quick +1 in the comment section of this video. Okay, so we have Rishit, we have Dhar. Okay, Mahi. I'm just waiting for some rest other participants to join as well. So all right, 3. We just got 3 + 1, Rishit, Dharam, and Mahi. Okay, so let's get started. Let me just quickly explain to you the question and then we shall be moving to the solution. All right. Okay, guys. So the first question that we are going to discuss today is, write it down. Best time to buy and sell stock when only one transaction is allowed. Okay. So this is basically our problem statement only. What we have to do is that you have to find out that what is the best time when you can buy and sell the stock. So the given condition will be that you can only do one transaction. Okay, that is, you can buy the stock only once and then you can sell it, right? You can't do multiple transactions. Cool. So that is what the question statement reads. And also this there is this common thing that stock must be bought before being sold. All right, so you must keep this thing in mind. So this is the question, and what you need to do is you need to return the maximum profit that you can get, okay, by buying and selling stock at most once. So let me now explain the input and output statement for this question. So how the input will look like: in input, let us say a prices array will be given to you, okay, and let us say that array we have is 7 1 5 3 6 4. Okay, this is an array that will be given to you, and in output you need to return the maximum profit that you can have, which will be an integer. All right, so in this case the maximum profit that we are going to have is 6 minus 1, that is 5, right? And let us take another sample input and output so that the problem statement will be clearer. So the another example that we have is, let us say the prices array is so let us say the prices array is okay. In this case, the output max profit that you are going to have is 0. Why? Because this array is in strictly decreasing order, right? So you can gain a profit only when value at sell is greater than value at buy, right? But then if you will see inside this array, there is no any point where this condition is being satisfied, right? So that's why maximum profit that we are going to have is 0. And in this case, the maximum profit that you can have is, you can buy your stock at 1 and then you can sell your stock when its value is 6, right? So in that case, you will be getting maximum profit as 5. So that is the answer to this question. So that is the input and output for this question. So if it is clear to all of you, please give me a quick +1. Or otherwise, if there is any query, please feel free to drop it in the chat box. Yes, sure, we can definitely take one more example. Okay, let me just 71536476431. Okay, so let us say the input is 7, 1, 5, 6, and 4. Okay, now in this case, before I write down the output, I want you all to help me out with the output. So, all right, just consider one thing, that let us say you have bought a stock at 7, okay, when the value was 7. So if you will bought it at value 7, will you be able to sell it at any price greater than 7? No, right? So it means you can't consider buying a stock at 7, right? Now let us say that we have bought a stock when its value was 1, okay? Now when it's exactly, Raza, that's the correct answer. We can't, because there is no any value that is greater than 7, right? Now let us say that we have considered buying our stock when its value was 1, okay? Now if you have bought your stock at 1, you have three options, like you have 3 days when you can sell your stock, right? Because in all of these 3 days the value of the stock is greater than 1. And also remember one thing, you can't go back to 7, right? Once you have bought stock at this point, the selling point for the stock will always be greater than I. Okay, you can't go towards the back, right? All right, so when you are moving forward, you have three options. So out of these three options, on which day are you going to sell this stock so that you will have the maximum profit? You can, like, you have bought it at 1, you can either sell it on day when the value is 5, or when the value is 6, or when the value is 4. If you will sell it here, the profit that you are going to get is 4. In this case, the profit will be 5. And in this case, the profit will be 3. Okay. So, yeah, Raza and Rishi, that's the correct answer. When you will sell it, when the value is 6, on that day, you are going to get the maximum profit, right? So, we have one profit here that we have is 5. Okay. Now, let us say that you have decided to buy your stock at this point at 5. Okay. Now, on which days you can sell your stock? You have only one option. You can only sell your stock when its value is 6. In that case, the profit that you will be getting is 1. That is one profit that you can get. Now, let us say you have decided to buy your stock when its value is 6. If you will buy it at this point, then there is no any point where you can sell it, right? Because no any values after that is greater than 6, so you can't sell it. So that is you will not get any profit out of this. And also you can't buy it at 4 because there is no any value after it. So you are getting two profit values, that is 5 and 1, and out of these two the maximum one is 5, right? So the max profit that you can get out of these values of stock is 5, right? So that is going to be the output of this question, which is 5. So basically what we are looking for is maximum difference between two elements, all right, where the greater element lies to right of smaller element. Okay, or you can say maximum of array of j minus array of I, and condition being j should be greater than I. Okay, this is the basic logic that we have for this array. Okay, now please let me know if now the question input and output is clear to you all. Okay, so by using a max of list minus min of the list, and by using a condition index of max element greater than index of min. Yeah, we are going to do something like that, Manikant. All right, so okay, now it is clear to all of you. So as I have explained here, what we are basically going to do is we need to find the maximum difference. See, you need to find out the maximum profit that you are going to get by selling your stock, right? Let us say if this is the example 715364. This is the values of the stocks that we have already. So tell me one thing, when you are buying your stock, okay, what is the one point that you are keeping in mind while buying a stock? What you will look for? Will you consider buying stock at 7 when the value of stock is 7, or when the value of stock is 6? What is the one thing that you will look for when you are buying a stock? Like in real life as well, like whenever we are buying a stock, at what point do we buy it? Exactly, that's correct. We are going to buy it at the lowest possible price. Buy it at the lowest possible price. That's very much correct. And yes, Raza, that is also the correct sell. All right, see, sell at the maximum possible price, or rather you can write it that sell at the maximum profitable price. Okay, that both are the same thing, but then we will usually sell it when we are, because uh, it can happen that the no, like, yeah, that is the correct. Actually, we need to sell it the maximum possible price, and it should give us the maximum profit. Okay. All right. So, okay, while buying a stock, we are looking for the lowest possible price. Okay. So basically, while you are traversing the array, okay, while you are traversing the array, what you will need to do, let us say I have created a variable buy. Okay. Let me set it. Um, all right. Let us say I've created a variable buy. Okay. So how I'm going to update it? Buy will be minimum of buy, or the current element of array. Okay, let us say this is my array A. Okay, is this so what I'll do is I will start traversing my array, and I will update my buy variable as minimum. Okay, like whatever is the current minimum value that I'm getting. So is this line clear to you all? How we are updating buy, because we are going to buy it at the lowest possible price, right? So for finding out the lowest possible price, what you need to do is you need to write down this snippet. Okay, clear? Now, as we need to return the maximum profit, right? So let us say that I am going to store it in the variable res. So what is the maximum profit that I can have is, can anyone tell me what will I write here? The maximum profit, how I am going to calculate the maximum profit? The buy is having the minimum price. Okay, so once you have that minimum price, how will you calculate the profit that you are getting? That's exactly correct, Raza. What you will do is you will simply write out the current element minus buy, right? So what it will give you, it will give you the profit that you have earned, right? And then it will, like, rest will be getting updated with the maximum profit that you have till now, right? So in this way, if you will write these two lines in this way, you will be able to get the maximum value, the maximum profit that you can have, all right, while you are buying the stock at its least possible value. Okay, so is this both two lines of code clear to you? That is all that we are going to do, and then at the last you can simply write return res. Okay, that will give you the maximum profit. So basically what you need to do is, first of all, find out the least possible price, and then find out the maximum profit. Okay, just these two steps you need to calculate, and in that way you will be able to get the maximum profit. So are these two lines clear to you? we are ensuring that like how we are buying it before selling, how we are ensuring it, because we are traversing the array in a linear manner, right? You are not traversing it back, so like I is always getting incremented, right? So whenever you are calculating anything, it's either a of I minus by that you will be doing. It will always, like, whatever index is at by, whatever value is having at by, the ai will always be after that, right? So in that way you are ensuring that selling is happening after buying. Because there is a linear traversal of array without going backwards. Linear traversal of array without going backwards, right? Because we are always doing I plus plus, right? So always whenever you will calculate this a of I minus by, this by you already have, okay? So you are calculate this a of I is what? A of I is the current element, right? And this by you have calculated already from some previous element of calculating this minimum of by and a of I. So you have by with already previous values of I, right? And this a of I is the current value of I. So basically this is already ensured that the selling is happening before the buying. Okay, so that part is taken care here. And now so yeah, that was the basically code. Let me just show you the code on the practice portal. Just a second. All right, guys. Are you all able to, first of all, okay, see, as the question statement is mentioned here, this link article has been shared in the chat section as well. So make sure you are accessing it because it contains all the types of stock problems that we are going to discuss. So, all right, here we are discussing the type 1, that is when at most one transaction is allowed, right? So, as you can see, in input, the price array is given to you, and in output, we are returning the maximum price that we can get, maximum profit. All right, so this is the approach that we discussed. Like, this is basically the code. What we are doing here is we are checking for the minimum value for the buying of the stock. All right, and then once we have that, we keep on updating our max profit. Okay, and how we calculate the max profit, that is the current value of the stock minus the value at buy. Okay, in that way you will be getting the max profit, and then you can simply return your max profit, right? So this is basically the C++ code. Let me show you. Yeah, this is the same thing. Yeah, so basically this is the code. Yeah, so if there is any problem, any issues with this code, please do let me know it in the chat section. Or if it is clear to you all, please give a +1 or thumbs up in the chat section. And please feel free to drop any kind of queries. I shall be very happy to solve it. It is a very simple thing. What you need to do is basically you just need to find out the maximum difference between two elements. All you just need to keep in mind is that j should be greater than I. Okay, all right, so it is clear to you all. uh, if you want the link to this code, or you can drop it in the chat section as well. I will share it with you, or else if we are good to go, we can proceed ahead. Okay, all right, guys. Now before we move ahead, one thing that is I want to share with you all is in the description of this video, all of you can see this. Yeah, a link has been shared with you, that is this data structures and algorithms self-paced course, right? DSA self-paced course that has been that is there in this GFG portal. So all of you can access it. It is having lots of questions, lots of practice questions in a very curated way. So okay, is my screen visible? No, right? Just a second. Yeah. All right, guys. So we have this data structures and algorithm self-paced course. I hope all of you are able to access it from the description of this video. Make sure you are clicking on that link and you are accessing this course. So what we have here is that, you know, all of you can see that we have like 60 plus hours of recorded content. We have live sessions, 24 into 7 doubt assistance, and like lots and lots of things that are there for your practice. So and also it is starting from the very basics of algorithm, like it is starting from the very scratch, and then it is taking you to very advanced algorithms. Like you can see that algorithms such as Kruskal's, Stargent's, KMP, and all of these are getting covered. Also, you will get hands-on experiences with real-time projects, and the course content has been given to you for your reference. You can download this detailed syllabus, and then as you can see, there are various reviews, ratings, positive reviews, the positive impact this course has created. And the instructor is none other than Sandeep sir. So all of you can be very much assured about the quality that this course is going to provide you. So that is all about this course, and also it is coming at a very discounted rate. So make sure all of you are accessing this course for your practice purpose, right? So any queries that is for this course, all of you can ask it through email, or the like they have given here how you can some FAQs have already been answered, so all of you can go through them as well. So this is going to be of great help to you all, so make sure all of you are accessing this course. All right, the link has been given in the description section only. Okay, it will be very helpful to you all. Cool. So all right, let us now move to our next question. Okay, so has everyone accessed this course? Like at least just click on the link and just try to, you know, view the syllabus and the structure of the course. And if you'll find it helpful, then make sure you are enrolling yourself as well. All right, everyone. Let's just start with our next question. Okay, everything going good till now? Let me just change the banner. So yeah, is everyone with me? Please give me a quick +1 in the chat section or thumbs up. Thank you, Rishit. All right, Rishit, were you there in the previous sessions as well? And Raza also. I think I'm seeing this name for the first time. And also, all of you who are in this session, please give a like to this video. It makes us feel thoda sa motivated. So please. All right, Raza, you just joined today. Okay, no issues. If you just get some time, make sure that you are accessing the previous sessions as well. Okay, Rishit, you were following the recorded sessions. All right. So if there is any feedbacks from your side, or if there is any suggestions that you want us to implement, so make sure you can drop it here as well. Okay, we'll try to follow it. All right. So let us now move to the second question of the day. That is basically stock buy and sell only. And what we are going to do is, At that time, only one transaction was allowed, and here infinite transactions are allowed. Okay. Okay, so before we proceed, I just want you all to give what is the first intuition or the first logic that is coming in your mind that we have infinite transactions. Earlier, we had only one transaction. All right. See, Raza, what happens in DP is that, DP is not only when you are creating this table and to fill out the values, okay, when you are creating this 2D table to fill out the values, when in the questions that are based on DP, in those questions, you will see that we do a linear traversal only, right? I hope you watched that session or not. We discussed a question that was the stickler thief question, okay? In that question also, what we are doing, we created an alternate array, okay, 1D array, and then what we were doing a linear traversal only to the array that was given to us, right? So in that case also, just a linear traversal we were doing, and we were just making some comparisons that in which houses the robber should go so that it can have the maximum value, right? So basically DP means whenever you need to make choices, right? So whenever you are considering that whether you want to include this current element or not, or whenever this optimal thing is included, right? Whenever we need to find this max or min out of something, right? So those questions are mainly DP based. So in this case, though we are not making in any kind of tables and all, but yet the approach is kind of DP based, okay? If you will look carefully, the cadence algorithm that we have, okay, what does it do? Cadence algorithm is used to find the maximum sum, right? Maximum sum subarray. That is again a DP based problem. But if you will look at the code of it, it is just a simple linear traversal, right? So whether a question is DP based or not, you can't determine it on the basis of whether it is just a normal traversal or not, okay? It is basically based on the logic that is behind it, okay? So whenever there is this optimality thing, like if you are finding the max of something, or if this choice kind of thing is involved, right? In those cases, you can say that the approach is DP based. So the two examples that we have here is the stickler thief question and this cadence algorithm question, okay? Both of them are DP based. And in Canal's algorithm, also you will see that it is just a simple traversal, right? But still, we call it a DP, like it is known as a DP based question, okay? So that is how we can deduce that this stock problem is as well a kind of a DP based question. Okay, great. So, all right. So now what we are going to do is we are again going to make the transactions, but we have infinite transactions allowed. So we can buy and sell stock as many times as we want. But also one thing keep in mind, like if you are buying a stock, you need to sell it, and then you can buy another stock, and then you need to sell it, okay? You can't do it like that. You are buying one stock and then you are buying another stock and then you are selling it. No, this is wrong, okay? You, if you are buying a stock, then you must always sell it before buying another stock, okay? So this should be the pattern, okay? Buy sell, right? And then so on. You can do as many transactions as you want to have the maximum profit, okay? Let me now just discuss the input and output. Okay, so when we have infinite transactions allowed, yes, 100, the input we have prices array. No, you can't hold more than one stock at a time. As I said that if you have bought a stock, you need to sell it before you can buy another stock, okay? So that is going to be the flow. Prices we have here is 100, 180, 260, 310. 100, 180, 260, 310. 10, 40, 535, 695. Okay, this is our array, right? And in the output, what you need to print is you need to print out all the days when you can buy and sell your stock, right? So that you can maximize your profit. Now here, one possible way is, let us say I have bought one stock when its value was 100. Now when I can sell it, I can sell it at 180, but I can sell it at 260 as well. I can sell it at 310 as well, right? But I can't sell it at 40 because 40 is less than 100. So between this value and this value, the maximum that I'm getting is at here. Okay, so okay, let me number the index value as well. So one transaction that I can make is buying the stock at 100 and selling it as 310. Okay. Now another transaction, let us say I'm buying my stock when its value is 40 at index 4. And then when I can sell it when its value is 695, that is at index 6, right? So in this way, what I'm making two transactions, right? And I'm able to get the maximum profit. Okay, what I have done here is, first of all, I have bought stock when its value is 100, and then I am selling it when its value is 310, because out of these three values 310 is the maximum. Okay, next what you can do is you can buy it when it's like at this point you have sold your stock, right? So now you can make another transaction. So what you will do, you will buy a stock when its value is 40, and then we are going to sell it when its value is 695, right? So these are the two transactions that you can make. Okay, so yeah, that is this. So is the input and output clear to you all, what we are doing? Exactly, we are doing the same thing, like buying a stock at its lowest, buying a stock at lowest price, selling at highest. Basically, what here the difference between this question and the previous question is that in this question what you are going to do is you can do this infinite number of times. Okay, right, there we were doing it only once, but here you can do it infinite number of times. Okay, so that is the difference between this question and the previous question. Now let me tell you basically how we are going to move ahead, like what we exactly did in this question. We bought a stock when its value was 100, right? Let me write it down again. Okay, the values are 100, 180, 260, 310, 40, 535 and 695. Okay, so what I did, yeah, all of the scenarios will be covered. Actually the question is not complex, I will just try to make it clear through this example, then maybe you will be able to see this question in a simpler way. I will just explain you. Okay, let us say what is happening, that you have bought a stock at 100. Okay, this is point 100, let us say. Now 180 is greater than 100, so you move ahead. Okay, now 260 is again greater than 100, so we move to 260. 310 is again greater than 100, so we move to 310. Okay, now 40 is less than 310, right? So 40 is somewhere here. Now this is the highest point that you are getting in this range, right? So basically if this is the highest point, so starting from here till here will form a one segment. Okay, where you can buy and sell your stock, right? Because after you have bought a stock at this point, the highest point that you are getting after this is this, right? So that's why, like, as soon as you get a highest point, don't wait to get the maximum highest point. Okay, as soon as you are able to get the nearest, I mean, as soon as you are able to get the highest before getting the lowest, right? As soon as you are able to get it, just buy the stock. Okay, it will give you a valid answer. Okay, you can buy that stock. So you have bought it here. Now let us say we are here at 40. Yeah, exactly. We are looking for a peak point. Okay. Now let us say you are here at 40. Okay. This is 40. Now 535 is greater than 40. So go ahead. 695 is again greater than 40. So go ahead. Okay. Now there is no any element after 695. So you need to stop it there. So starting from here till here is again going to form another segment. Okay. So basically 0 to 3 and 4 to 6. These two are going to form your, yeah, we are basically capturing all the upward movements. Actually, one very interesting thing about this question is that if the question has only been to return the maximum profit, right, to return max profit, you didn't need to return the index values. If you were just required to return the maximum profit, what you could have done is you could have just simply written that if a of I plus 1 is greater than a of I, right, then in the max profit, simply add a of I plus 1 minus a of I. It will give you the max profit. Okay. Because if you we can make the max, all the transactions that we can do, like if we can have infinite transactions, then basically what you can do is if at any point of time a of I plus 1 is getting greater than a of I, means if graph is getting like this, so basically you can make a transaction here. Okay, transaction means what? Sell a stock at a value greater than its buying value, right? So if any point of time you are getting any graph like this, then at that point you can simply make a transaction, right? So if the question just has been to have the maximum profit, this code would have worked. But as we need to return the index values as well, so that's why you need to find out the optimum index values. So basically what you need to do is select a value. Okay. Now keep on moving upward until you find a peak point, right? Now let us say you have found a peak point here. Okay. So whatever is this peak point, what you are going to do is you are going to sell your stock at this peak point. Now how you are going to find the buying point? For buying point, let us say you are starting your array from this value. Now keep on moving downward until and unless like this condition is satisfied. Okay. If a of I plus 1 is smaller than or equal to a of I, right? So this will give you a decreasing graph. So as long as graph is decreasing, keep on moving ahead, and as soon as you find the most lowest value, make sure that you are buying it at that value only. Okay. And then once you have that value, what you can do is you can start moving ahead. Okay. Under the condition a of I plus 1 is greater than a of I, right? So as soon as this condition is getting validated, a of I plus 1 is getting greater than a of I, what you need to do is just keep on moving ahead. And then let us say this is the max value that you got, and then this segment will give you the maximum value. Okay. Not the maximum value, this segment will be one of your segments. Okay. One of your segments where you can do the buy and sell. Okay. That will give you one of the segment. Okay. So for buying, let me just write it down. For buying, okay, first of all say that we are buying a stock. For buying, what you need to do is find local minimum. We are not here looking for the least minimum value in the entire array or the maximum value in the entire array. Okay, we just keep on looking for local minimum and local maximum, right? So for buying, what you need to do is find local minimum. And how you are going to find it down? While simply just a of I is greater than is equal to a of I plus 1, right? You will do I plus plus. You see, if a of I is greater than a of I plus 1, it means that graph is following like this. Elements are like this, okay? Like a of I is greater than a of I plus 1 means it is say 100, 90, 80, 70, like this, right? Clear? Is this buying part clear to you all? Let us say this is 100, 90, 80, 70. Okay. And this 70 is the least. So we will keep on doing I plus plus until and unless we are getting this least values, okay, while a of I is greater than is equal to a of I plus 1. Okay, next you have this buying point. Now we need to find the selling point. So for selling point, what we are going to do is find local maximum. Okay, there we found local minimum. Here we are going to find local maximum. And how you are going to have it? Simply while a of I is greater than is equal to a of I minus 1. Okay, as long as this is satisfied, do I plus plus. What does this mean? A of I is greater than a of I minus 1. That is, if it is say 60, then it is becoming 70. A of I, yeah, then it is becoming 80, then it is becoming 90 and 100. Okay, so let us say when we were here, it was 100, 90, 80, 70, right? And then from 70 we started to move upwards. 70 was the lowest, so let us not say it is starting from 70 only. Okay, so from 70 we are moving upwards. So we have here again 80, we have 90, and we have 100. Okay, so you will keep on moving ahead like this. Okay, let us say the break point where we are breaking this is 90 again. Okay, so it is coming down here to 90, right? So basically what will happen now, this one segment is going to be your buying and selling point. Okay, at this point I, and at this point j. Okay, buy at this point and sell at this point. Okay, find that local maximum and local minimum. Okay, we can simply iterate from index 1, and then if array of I is greater than array of I minus 1. Okay, so if array, this is array of I minus 1 and array of I is greater than this, and okay, we will keep on incrementing our answer by array of I minus array of I minus 1. Yeah, that's what I said, that if we were required to return only the max profit, you could have done this thing. Okay, this could have would perfectly worked. You can keep on adding array of I minus array of I minus 1 to your answer. Okay, that's perfectly correct. But here, as we need to return the index's value as well, the index value that you have considered for buying and selling, so that's why you need to do find out this local maximum and local minimum thing. Okay, otherwise if this thing would not have been there, then the logic that you have presented is perfectly correct, and that is what I explained somewhere here also, I guess. Yeah, basically what we can do is just simply add this. Okay, max profit, in max profit keep on adding a of I plus 1 minus a of I. Okay, if this condition is getting satisfied. Okay, a of I plus 1 is greater than a of I. Okay, so basically the graph that was the values that were given to us was, let me now draw a graph for it: 100, 180, 260, 310, 100, 180, 260, 310, 40, 595 and 635. Okay, so if you will draw a graph of this, it will be like 100, then 180, then 260, then 310, then 40, then 595, then 635, right? So as we can see, this is one local minimum, this is one local minimum, right? And this is one local maximum and this is one local maximum. Okay, so one local minimum, one local maximum, what they are going to do is they are going to construct one segment where you can do the transaction, right? So basically this is the logic that we are going to follow. Okay, first of all, for buying, do this thing, and then for selling, do this thing. Okay, so is this clear to you all, the logic behind this infinite transactions? Sorry. Clear? Okay. Can I get more confirmations, please? Okay, let's just try it on that input. So the input that is being given by you is 10, 20, 30, 90, 40, 20, 10. Okay, so when the graph of this is considered, we have 10, 20, 30, 90, then 40, 20, 10. Okay, so basically here we have only one local minimum and local maximum, so only this one transaction you can make only one transaction here. All right, that is this 90 and 10. Okay, clear? All right, so let us now move to the code for this question. I'll just share the screen. Hi Nikaj. All right guys, so okay, are you all able to okay, let me just change it to light mode. Yeah. Yes, so this is the code that we have. No worries Nikaj, you can access this session, no issues. We discussed two questions today, stock buy and sell. So the first type was when only one transaction is allowed, and this is the second type when when infinite transactions are allowed. Okay, and here this is the code for this. So everyone please look into this code. So this is basically what we are doing for finding the buying time, the buying value of stock. What we are doing is we are finding the all time least. Okay, how we are doing it? We are just simply incrementing the value of I until and unless we are moving in upward direction. Okay, so we are simply doing I plus plus, right? And also keep this in mind that if you reach the towards the end of the array, like if the array is like continuously decreasing, then in that case there is no possibility of selling the stock, right? So that's why we break the array at that point. And then for selling, what we are doing is we are finding all time highest. Okay, so keep on incrementing the array until you are moving in an upward direction, and here keep on incrementing the array until you are moving in a downward direction. Okay, so in that way you will find the least value, and here you will find the highest value, and then you can simply push it back inside your vector and you can return it, okay, as the question demands. So this is the code. If any line of this code that is not clear to you, please feel free to ask. I shall be very happy to answer it. And also if this is clear to you also, drop +1. So like either drop a +1 or thumbs up, or either ask me the question that is not clear to you. Okay, thank you Rishit for the confirmation. Thanks Raza. Thanks Prashant. Thanks DL. All right, guys. So I guess the concept is clear to you all. All right. So, okay, anyone who's having a knack of problem solving and is very much interested towards learning DSA and all can start this course. There is no any issue with it. It just depends on where your interest lies. If you are interested in this, then you can surely move ahead with this. Okay. And okay, guys, so before we wrap this session, once again, I would like to just explain you about the links that are being given in the description of this video. So the first link, that is for this DSA self-paced. So we already discussed about this, the various amazing things, the amazing contents that this course is having. The second that we have is this CIP self-paced, that is complete interview preparation. So as you all know that after clearing the assessments, the second most important thing that we have is these interview things. So if you want to excel in these interviews and you want to analyze yourself, that how much preparation is needed from your side, so we have this complete interview preparation, and there is this key highlights that is being provided by this course. And also all of these contents, you can go through them, and again very positive feedbacks by our users. So make sure that you are having a review of this course as well. And the next course that we have is complete interview competitive programming live. Okay, so CP is very much essential for your problem solving skills and logic building. So that is also the course that we have. Okay, and again it comes with very amazing opportunities, amazing practices, amazing sessions. All right, and also you can get an internship opportunity at Geeks for Geeks. Okay, so this is for this CP live sessions, and again the positive reviews, you can go through all of them. Okay, and once when you feel that this is really something that you need, so make sure that you are enrolling yourself. Okay, so yeah, that is all about the interesting courses that we have. Yeah, sorry, this is this competitive programming live course. Okay, so I was talking about this course that you can get the internship opportunity at Geeks for Geeks as well. And then we have this doubt session classes, and you will be getting DSA self-paced as a complimentary course. And what you will be learning, you will be basically learning the useful techniques for CP, mathematical algorithms, and their implementations. All right. So in all, it will help you in your overall development and your problem solving skills enhancement. Okay. So this is also one course that you can go through, and then you can try to access it if you want to, and if you feel the need for this course. All right, so these are the three courses. Description are provided in uh, the link of the courses are provided in the description of the video. Okay, all right, so yeah, this is the day 7. So if you want to access the previous sessions, for that you can just simply access the playlist. You can go to the Geeks for Geeks practice channel. Okay, and there you can access this DP series. Okay, so thank you everyone for being with us. Thank you, Rishit, for your compliment. And in the tomorrow session, we will be solving the other two questions of this talk based. Okay. All right. So thanks everyone for joining this session. And yeah, I hope the session was informative and helpful to you all. See you all in tomorrow's session. Till then, everyone, stay safe, take care, and keep up the hard work. So, yeah, bye everyone. Good night.